Thanks for joining me today. Let's look at the power of a unified team, and specifically the importance of unity in our lives, in the various relationships that we all engage in. But before we do so, please like, share our videos if you find this a blessing, and subscribe to our page. I'd really appreciate it. And just share it with your loved ones and friends. And if it's a blessing to you, I'm sure it will be a blessing to them also. Now, the necessity of unity. Let's look at that. So whether it's in our families, our jobs, our ministries, whatever agenda or purpose that we're attempting to achieve in our lives, there's great power in unity. And so let's look at the importance. Let's look at the power. Let's look at the results of unity. Let's look at the necessity of unity. And we need to look no further than the 4x100 meter race. The Canadian team did a tremendous job and secured the gold medal. Now think about it. They were not expected to maybe even medal, never mind get the gold. But they did. So let's look into maybe what happened. How did they do this? I believe the Canadian team, now think about this, none of the four athletes on the Canadian team made it past the semifinals in the 100 or 200 meters. Now just think about that. Now, apart from Andre DeGrasse, who was one of the most decorated Canadians, he was, of course, is a previous Olympian, a previous gold medal winner, I believe, in the 200 meters, an excellent athlete, but it is believed that he had a slight hamstring injury, which limited his ability to run effectively this time around. But what we're saying here is this: the team overall did not have the best athletes, the strongest, the fastest athletes on the field this year, in this year's Olympics. However, they won. Why? Well, they worked together. They were in better unity. Really, they've been working together not just for days, months, or weeks, really for years. They're familiar with one another. You can tell there's a certain camaraderie they have. They've been working together, working on their handoffs. So they had a good measure, a good level, a very high level of unity. Now you compare that now with the United States, who had the fastest team, who had, we could say, the fastest individual runners. But when I saw the American team run, the 4x100 meter team, no one can convince me that they spent any good time practicing. No one can convince me of that. Not what I saw. What I saw, you could have a collegiate team do a better job, U.S. collegiate team do a better job than they did. It was an absolute disgrace. Now, why? They didn't have unity. And that unity was shown, their level of unity was shown on the track. In an important event, they showed their lack of unity. So and think about this now. So a unified team working together for years is better than a more talented team working together for days. So when we say all of this, it's so important that one of the things we need to, as champions in life, as individuals, leaders who desire to fulfill our goals in life, it is important to establish, one of the disciplines we must establish is unity. So whether it's in our home, if you're married, with your spouse, with your children, with those on the job, any endeavor that you are pursuing, it is so important to establish unity. Now, unity is so powerful. Think about this, that God says in Genesis, I believe, chapter 10, when the leaders were establishing, we could say, the first known kingdom in the world at that time, they were building a tower, that's the language, up to heaven. And God said, we're going to look, he looked down and he said, what they're doing. Now think about this. It says, they are one. They're united. They're together. So much so that nothing they consider, nothing they imagine to do will be withheld from them. In other words, they cannot be stopped in whatever endeavor they're going after. God said this, I can't even stop them. Absolutely amazing. So what does he say? I will go down, I will change their languages so that they can't understand one another. Such is the power of unity. Now, Jesus also said this, if two of you shall agree on earth concerning anything they shall ask, it shall be done by our Father in heaven. Now, that's just two references. There's many more. But hence the power of unity. So as we wrap this up, do everything in your life to get rid of strife, division, animosity, bitterness. Establish unity, agreement, harmony in every arena, every area of your life. And I believe we'll see greater successes, greater victories, greater accomplishments in every area of our lives in the days, the weeks, the months, and the years to come. Before I go, please, again, like this video, share it with your family and friends, subscribe to our page, and also check in the link below. Check out our YouTube page, and there's some great content you don't want to miss. Anyway, see you next time. Thanks again.